Leonti here with Alicia. We're doing our cross country script beat meeting. Pretty cool. Running through the script, getting some ideas for the music. How you doing, Alicia?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
So
actually, we tricked you. We've done already most of the movie, but we're pretending like we didn't. So we're gonna do a scene for you,
for behind the scenes and But honestly, nobody really understands what happens when it comes to music, right? They always think that, just is to me. I find that music sometimes is an afterthought for film, and yet it's actually there's a lot of brain power, a lot of technical that goes into it, a lot of emotional quotient that goes into it as well. So one of the first steps in terms of composing for film, at least in the indie world, is to run through the script.
And work with the director and the producers, but usually the director is who I work with. And we go through the script without showing you the words. And
highly secret. We actually run through every scene, and we talk about lengths, we talk about feel, we talk about sound ideas. After this stage, I actually go and audition sounds, and I have to send stuff to the director to make sure that she approves some of this. But anyways, right now we're just kind of at our first beat mapping session, so...
So what I did was, because I'm also a songwriter, is I wrote a lot of the scenes around music, songs that I heard or songs that I liked. And when I wrote it, I could hear the music in my head already.
And because Rose and I have known each other for so long, I know her writing style and I adore her writing style. And so I knew that whatever was in my brain would also sort of be in her brain. And she just has a way of taking my ideas and making them 1,000 times better. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what the score looks like or sounds like
at the end of the movie.
Thank you. And I've worked with Alicia for a lot of years too, so it's pretty cool work. It's kind of I call it the sister team, the sisterhood team. It's kind of all right. So I can piss her off a lot too, actually. I'll be I've known you long enough that I think I can piss you off.
She doesn't have to have a filter with me.
Yeah, no it's
filter.
because I feel totally comfortable, and as a creative professional, it's been quite a ride, my dear. This is a really super cool script. I know it's going into behind the scenes stuff, so do you want to talk about the scene that we're working right now?
Sure. So we're talking about a sequence right now that I wrote based on a song that I like, and
we're not going to mention the song because I'm going to get accused of plagiarism. So let's not go there. But when you're writing, you are listening to music and you are hearing some stuff and right. So take me through the scene and tell us. Maybe start with how you wrote it.
I was just listening to a song on the radio, and I could see the sequence in my head, the sequence of scenes. And so I went home and I wrote these scenes. And so at the end of scene 13, Heather has an argument with her husband on the phone.
And it sort of is our all is lost moment in the script. It's where she...
sorry, sweetie, you have to stop. My iPhone is full.
That's okay. I'm recording on mine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, so I'm going to be back to you then.
Just making sure I'm still recording. Yeah. So she has her sort of, it's the all is lost moment. She feels like her marriage is kind of at its lowest point. She's got feelings for this other person. So we see her just have a little tiny bit of a breakdown. She's decided that she is going to the bar to meet her coworkers. She had previously said she wasn't going to go. And now, because of this argument, she's decided that's exactly where she's going, and she knows exactly what she's going to do. So the sequence starts with her hanging up the phone. She pulls her hair out of a bun, which is what she wears at work. And her car pulls up to the bar, and she sort of sees her work crush, Jake, played by Clayton Chitty, who is amazing. She sees him through the window, and she puts on lipstick, and she gets out of the car and she walks to the bar. It's very purposeful. It's very deliberate, because she knows what she's going in there to do. And then,
so she's like made a decision, right? So
yeah.
we have the piano that we're going to bring in there, so we know we're going to write a piano-based song on this one.
Yeah.
We can have bass kind of be like something like about that, which is kind of her walking speed, probably when she's like making that decision too.
Yeah.
That's something to consider. Is like anytime I see people walking on a screen, I'll use that as part of the pacing, and that decision moment is that's I think where we can bring it in for sure.
Absolutely.
So then and then you take us into scene 14.
Yeah, so now she's in the bar. She's with her coworkers. She's with him. He's very happy to see her. He's very happy that she arrived. And we just see them. We see them doing shots, having fun together. They have maybe a little more alcohol than they should. And then the next point of the song, I see it being a really strong chorus coming in for scene 15. And this is where the love scene starts. This love scene in particular is a little different than the other ones because she's a little bit angry. She's taking it out on Jake a little bit. Her phone rings right in the middle of it, and she hits ignore, and then becomes a little more aggressive with Jake. And it's just sort of her, all or nothing moment, I guess.
Okay. That's good to see. I didn't realize that. So she's got a bit more.
She's a little more gutsy.
Yeah. And I think with that chorus that we were talking about, like the power of the chorus would be really full out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the next thing we see is her waking up in the morning, feeling awful, and she checks her phone. Her husband sent her a message saying that, he took the kids somewhere and he's really sorry and that he's trying. So that's sort of the sequence there. And then we had talked about going into the next scene. The next scene has her folding laundry, feeling really crappy about herself. And her husband comes in and asks if they're okay. And they sort of have their first heart-to-heart talk.
Now, are we allowed to do spoilers on this talk that we're having right now?
Well, we're going to show this footage after the film is released.
That's what I thought, right? So,
yeah.
Because it relates to the music, I was thinking about, one thing we're playing with here is super cool to me is the audience won't know what is a fantasy and what's not until it's revealed at the end, which I think is super cool.